Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to today's video. On the day that's been recorded, it is Tuesday, September 12th of 2023. It is just a little bit after midnight, and I am just now getting off of work. There is a reason why, which I will have to explain in this video. And, I'm gonna have to possibly, more than likely, explain it to my manager when I come back here in I don't know, about 14 and a half hours ish. But anyways, so I was custodian today, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to stay over just a tad bit. But I got bombarded with extra shit I had to do. I had to find 3 or 4 beds, and I only succeeded in 2 of them. Had to get some extra boxes and take it all out. Had to take some recycling out because I didn't know where it went, and I was told where it goes. So yeah, I learned something new today. And then roughly at around 10:30-ish, we had a flag ceremony in which what that means is if a veteran patient dies while at the hospital, they drag the body down on the bed, down the halls until where the bodies get exhumed. And of course, it has a flag on top of it. So I witnessed that for the first time, even though that was the second one that's ever happened since I've been at the hospital. So yeah, that was interesting. So I had to make sure that I had all the trash grabbed, all of the bio grabbed, which I did. And then I had to box up all the bio and put the right stickers on them, which I did. And I did all of that. I got all of that done 5 minutes before we're supposed to clock out. So at 11:10 is when that happened. And we're supposed to clock out and go home at 11:15, quarter after. So I decide that, well, since the only thing I technically had left to do was technically to clean the cafeteria, so that's what I did. Because I know if I don't clean it, it's gonna be in the back of my conscience, and I'm gonna be real irritated about it, and it's not gonna feel good. So I just went ahead and did it, even though most people said, no, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. But for the sake of my own conscience, I went ahead and did it. If I'm gonna get chewed out by my manager tomorrow, then so be it. But as long as I know that as long as I got all my main stuff done, which included cleaning the cafeteria for the night, I'll be fine. And I already got to see where I'm going to be at tomorrow. Well, technically today, and 14 and a half hours from now. So yeah, I clocked out at 11:59. I don't even think I had a 30-minute lunch. Did I? Yeah, I don't think I did. But, yeah. I'm tired. But, anyways, I know exactly where I'm gonna be at. Because, I guess he already laid out the schedule for today, for our shift. Tomorrow/today. And I'm in my favorite spot, so that's cool. Oh God. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, I'm just walking home past midnight. Now, usually, someone would be staying over if we didn't have a custodian. But since we actually had a custodian today, /yesterday, calendar day wise, there was no need for anyone to stay over. So, you know, I had so much going on. You know, I paid my respects to a fallen veteran who turned out to be in the Navy for about 5 years. So, you know, I went to pay my respect. You know, coming from a family that has a lot of military background. Most of everyone on my dad's side of the family, like all my uncles, almost all of my uncles, aka my dad's brothers, were all in they were all in the military at some point, one way or another. I think from all of the branches, I think, except for you know, the Space Corps, which, you know, is the most recent military branch added back in 2020. Because, I mean, I think Reagan, like, hinted that he wanted something like that done. But, you know, about 40 years later, Trump came along and was like, nah, I like Star Wars, so we're going to have the Space Corps. So, yeah, we have we have 6. We have 6 now. We have the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, and the Space Corps. Yeah, we have 6 now, which is kind of weird to wrap my head around. But anyways, but yeah, at the best of my knowledge, I'm pretty sure that all of my uncles were all in at least each of the previous 5 main branches at one point or another. Well, okay, all of them except for 2, and ironically are the only 2 that I have left on my dad's side. And well, I think one of them well, maybe, I think. No, wait, yeah, he was. Okay, so we have first, I'm gonna see if I can try to do it in order of when they died. See if I can remember the order. As my dad had 6 brothers, including himself. That's 7. The oldest was Wally, who used to own his own little corner store on, I think it was Mary Street. I used to go over there a lot as a kid with my dad. You know, I always got like especially when we were like going hunting or whatever, or just like a Saturday morning thing. You know, he'd go over there and get like a cup of coffee and maybe like a thing of scratch offs. But me, I always got a thing of chocolate milk and a honey bun, and I guess occasionally a zebra cake too. He was in the Navy, if I recall correctly. He died when I was like 12. Ironically, on my parents' anniversary. So yeah, that happened. About 2 years later, next oldest, John, he was in the Air Force. His wife was like real obsessed with Elvis. Probably because, you know, she grew up in the 60s and the 70s. But yeah, he died 2014 or so. And then a few months later in 2015, my uncle Paul died. I don't think he was ever in the military. He might have been in Army Reserves, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, he kind of like distanced himself away from the family for a long while. But he occasionally talked to me and Katrina. Okay, let's see here. So then that leaves about 3 left. My dad and my last 2 uncles on my dad's side. Okay. My dad was in the military, although he was in the Special Forces, so I guess that kind of counts as Army. I mean, as you all remember, he died in October of 2018. Oh, God. I just realized that the anniversary of his death is coming up next month. Yikes. Yeah, 5 years. I mean, it's like back in July, where that marked 5 years since the accident, which, you know, remembering something like that is, you know, it's really traumatic, especially someone that you know that's like real strong and determined. Yeah, that shit just hits, man. Especially like when it's a parent, when, you know, when you're at a very young age. And, you know, that all happened, as you may recall, the summer after I graduated high school, when I was getting my first job, which was, you know, over at the radio station, which I used as a distraction. When I was going into college, which, you know, was my freshman year of college, that I ended up dropping out, which I tried to use as a distraction. And then I had to juggle around scout stuff too, which I used as a distraction. And then I had a girlfriend at the time, which I definitely used as a distraction. But yeah, he was in a very bad motorcycle accident, fell in a coma for about 6 weeks, and then he seemed fine for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then he just died. I mean, from what I can say, seeing my dad all beat up and bruised up, laying in the hospital bed, it traumatizes me. It honestly does. I'm trying not to get real emotional on it, but, seeing something like that, it kind of stays with you for a while. Possibly forever. Because I'll tell you one thing. Yes, when the first couple uncles died, yeah, sure, it hurt, but it didn't hurt as much as the first major death in my life, which was when I lost my grandma in the summer of 2015. That shit hurt. Alright. Sorry, I kind of got a little emotional there. But, yeah. We're back at the house. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.